What's up, YouTube? I'm tapping in, man, to close out an awesome day, man. Listen, guys, we just wrapped up class, our options coaching for beginners, man. And we had an awesome group on a day. Major salute to anybody that may see this video that attended class on today, man. We had an awesome time. I hope you enjoyed everything we discussed today and everything we went over, from charts to just the little nuances and hacks of the game on how to consistently navigate, okay, and dominate. With that being said, guys, I got a jam-packed video for you with a few plays that I want to share with you on what I do during a stock market crash, a bear market, and plays that I'm going to be in heavy and that you may want to consider on your journey. Okay, now these are excellent long-term plays that I dollar cost average into that I'm going to be sharing on a day. So please make sure you have the right context that these plays will be in so that you know how they'll perform longer term. But as I say each and every day, right now is when we build. So that's all we're doing, guys. We're in grind mode. So that's what we're going to do. Build it out so we can have a great turnout on the other end of this, okay? Without further ado, let's dive into it. But before I do that, major salute to everybody that did their thing on today and or yesterday in the stock market. I'm gonna show a few receipts just because the love never stops coming in and we never stop putting the pound game on the stock market, okay? We don't care what it's doing, bear market, bull market, want to trade sideways, we don't care, okay? With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the number one play that I got on my list today, which is ticker symbol XLU, okay? Now listen, guys, this is one I told you way back at the beginning of the year that if you have a recession, a crash, a bear market, I told you the type of plays that will stand up and do and perform best, okay? This was one in particular. Energy was one, but the XLU is also another one that, again, I like to be in during these times, okay? Now, these type of plays, I don't hold them long like I do some of my other longer term holds, like the one I'm gonna talk to you about next. However, I transition, I pivot out of certain things to get into this when certain conditions in the market present itself, okay? This is how you always dominate the market. You gotta know what plays perform well in certain type of environments. This is one of those ones. Make sure you check out the 1 week, 1 month, 3 month, and 1 year on this so you can see for yourself, okay? This is one, again, as it relates to utilities, guys, you guys can also add to the mix. But again, as the trend changes, you got to be ready to pivot as well, okay? This one has been a great performer for all my portfolios, okay? Number two is VTI, okay? Ticker symbol VTI. I share this one with you a lot, okay? This one allowed me to do my thing early and young in terms of getting off the corporate plantation and retiring young. But I build this out any chance I get when it's at certain levels, okay? And some of those levels are 212, 210, 207, 204, 200, 195, 193, 190, and below, okay? We go crazy when it go low, okay? Because the long-term vision, we're not tripping. But if you can't, again, have that right mindset around long-term investing, guys, you got decisions to make on where you might exit at. But we build as a stock far lower because it's our chance to get more shares at a cheaper price, okay? VTI. Also, guys, there's other things out there like VOO, and if you use Fidelity, they have theirs, and if you use a different brokerage, they have their own version of this. But again, I go with VTI. It's just a preference thing. VOO is just as good, okay? So if you guys got VOO, again, do your thing, okay? Build it out just like I build out VTI. It's all love, it's all the same, okay? With that being said, guys, the next one I have for you is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. Now listen, man, Tesla had a little fluke day today, was up on today, but will very well come down, if not tomorrow, sometime next week, okay? With that being said, the next level we're looking for it to fall to is 615, but the level I'm looking for it to come to is 585, okay? I'm looking for that range, and guess what I'm gonna do? Go heavy, okay? Last year, I helped over 500,000 people hit a home run. We doubled our money. We bought Tesla at 532 last year. And this play went up to over 1,100, went to 1,200 to be specific, okay? And many of you have hit me up, shared the screenshots. You guys know I celebrate all you guys' success around here. And so we will have a chance to do it again. It might go a little different this year, okay? But nevertheless, if you can start building at the 500 level, okay? I told you about when this play was 1,200, it was coming to 910, 780, 680. Here come 580, okay? But first it got to fall through 615. So let the plays run its course. And if you got a long-term perspective the way I do, that is when you start building out your plays. I'm a buy low investor. That's why when it's all said and done, okay, when I'm able to show you guys, hey, we doubled up our money in this play, we doubled up our money in that play, because it was me being strategic, methodical, and patient, and buying these plays when they were dirt cheap, okay? I'm about to do the same thing with Tesla. I just made $200,000 with Tesla 2 months ago when it was at 1,100. I just made $65,000 the other day in Tesla, and I'm about to really make a killing because I'm gonna put hundreds of thousands in it, 500 or below, okay? So if it comes to the 480s, guys, I'm just going even more heavier, okay? Because I know the return is inevitable once the market comes back, once the market bounces back, even if it's 6 months, 9 months, 12 months out, okay? I'm doing the work now with a longer term outlook for what's to come, okay? And I got 2 honorable mentions for you guys, okay? One is Apple, okay? I told you at 140 I would start to buy this. That's what I've been doing. But I told you guys I love it even more at 120, okay? Again, I never know if these stocks will always hit my price targets. So I dollar cost average into everything I've been talking to you guys about. I dollar cost average, okay? Apple will be no different. I'll nibble at these levels. I'll go heavy if I see 120, okay? I nibble at these levels. So 1,500, 140, 1,500, 137, 1,500, 135, 1,500, okay? The number you guys can play with, it can be 500 for you, 250 for you, okay? It's just all about doing the work and building while plays are down. And last but not least is NVIDIA, okay? Now they just gave poor guidance, which is why the stock got crushed, okay? In a bear market, you can't come up sounding weak, you can't come up missing, you can't come up barely passing. You have to dominate or they send your stock down, okay? It's okay, because where do I want NVIDIA at? 150 or below. Write these numbers down, okay? So you know the levels that we're looking to buy at. 150 or below, because where can NVIDIA go to with relative ease? Definitely back to the 200s, definitely back above, okay? And so with that being said, if we can get 150 or below, I think that's a great value for NVIDIA. I think that's a cheap price as the PE will continue to come down and we can just accumulate more and more shares. If it come 150 or below, that will be even better, okay? Those are the 2 honorable mention plays I wanted to put on you guys that I'll be going heavy in if they hit the prices I like. And guess what I'm doing, guys? I have a limit buy order at all the levels I ever discussed. So I don't have to sit back and watch. I just sit back and let myself get the alert. You bought 100 shares of this. You bought 50 shares of that. You bought 10 shares of this, okay? And I just do the work. I be patient. If either it hits my number or it don't, but I don't chase. I don't have the fear of missing out. This is how you build in a bear market, okay? We're going to dominate this game. We're going to crush this game. You guys just got to stick to the script, okay? And find plays that you like and be ready to strike. With that being said, guys, up next is our word of the day. And our word of the day is earnings miss. Listen, guys, I want to talk to you guys about our earnings miss and poor guidance. That's what we're going to talk about today. Earnings miss and giving poor guidance. When you miss on earnings, okay, every 3 months, every company has to report, okay? NVIDIA, for example, was the last of the big dogs that had to report for this earnings season, and they ended on a sour note, okay? They fell flat. They shot an air ball, if you will. And with that being said, the stock dropped 7% down to the 150s. Now, I like it at 150, not 158. It said 158 last time I seen it. I wanted at 150 or below. Okay, so I still needed to come down a little further for me. All right, but with that being said, they dropped because not earnings so much as poor future guidance. So they wasn't real keen on what the future looks like. Okay, they're talking about macroeconomic challenges. They're talking about, again, the shortages, the supply chain issues. They're again alluding to things that they see themselves struggling and not having a smooth ride forward because of some of the challenges that they are facing. Okay, poor guidance will definitely let Wall Street send your stock way down. Okay, and that's what Nvidia is a casualty of on today. Okay, so when you are listening to earnings reports, and make sure that if you own a stock, okay, if you have shares in the stock, one, you are part owner of that company, you want to listen to the earnings report. You want to listen to what the CEO is saying. You want to listen to the future of the company, and you want to listen to what they plan on doing next quarter, next year, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. Okay, if they're talking good, it's a good investment. If they are talking weak, then guys, you might have decisions to make. Okay, poor guidance is what they gave. Now, Nvidia is still a beast. They'll get that together when the market conditions change and when the landscape shift a little bit. So I'm not worried about Nvidia longer term. Remember, that's one of my longer term plays. I just covered that just a second ago. I'm looking for 150 and below, and I'm holding it longer term because I expect their CEO to get the job done, and I know they will. Okay, but with that being said though, guys, poor guidance, no matter when you give it, is never well received by Wall Street. It's frowned upon. Okay, it's looked down upon. And so when you hear poor guidance, meaning what they're going to do coming up, you see Snapchat dropped 30-40% yesterday. Poor guidance. Okay, Nvidia, poor guidance. Not the business, not bad, the guidance was bad. Okay, be mindful of that. Listen, guys, I hope that was helpful. We make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stock using my link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.